Hi, come closer. I'm going to school you. No, I'm not as wise as your teachers, but I'm going to give you a revelation this morning. Season's greetings. A boy named Didi went to Christmas from abroad to spend time with his family and was killed by his longtime childhood friend. And this gentleman said, I am telling you, the easiest way to get killed is when you roll with your friends that used to know you when you were little and you didn't have money. If that is the way life truly should be, we will all be lonely and have nobody. But what he said somehow makes sense. The revelation I'm going to give you this morning is that jealousy, envy, part of the biggest devices of the devil, is not a permanent rock. It's like a t-shirt that will be made according to your taste, your size, your perfect color. You put it on your skin and it feels as if you were molded into it. What am I trying to say? Jealousy is not a rock. No, sir. That's why the Bible says that the devil goes around looking for whom he may devour. No, he's not going to just devour you because he wants to eat you up. That's his ultimate intention. No, but he's looking for who to use. So he's going to come and go. No wonder the Bible says we should pray unceasingly. We need to be vigilant. Any and everybody is capable of getting jealous. Any and everybody is capable of becoming a murderer. Somebody that you have been with for 50 years, somebody that you met yesterday. So don't put it in a box and think you can predict anybody. The most important thing is every one of us, we need to accept our vulnerabilities as human beings and begin to work on ourselves so we make practice perfect. It will come in little ways and little things. It is up to you to say, not me. I won't do it. So right now, if you ask me, I will tell you part of the prayers that I pray. Outside of praying that thunder should fire my enemies, I pray, Lord, if you can use anything, Lord, you can use me. If you can use anything, Lord, you can use me. Take my hands, Lord, and my feet. That's what you do. Every day you wake up, the same way you're praying for money, for God to protect your family, you have to consciously tell him, Lord, please give me the wisdom, the strength. Give me the purpose of heart and the reason to keep serving you. Give me a grateful heart in every situation. Because some situations will come when something will come to you that looks like a nice, easy piece of jam on a silver platter that is just dashed you. A lot of the crimes in life are crimes of opportunities. No wonder sometimes you bring up kids and suddenly they start to misbehave. You're wondering, what did I do wrong? How come? Look, as a psychiatric nurse, from the few experience that I've had, there are lots of people in prison, a lot of people at the psychiatric unit too, that are sitting there. Some have spoken to me, said, Miss Elizabeth, I'm usually not like that. I don't know what came over me. What do you think not guilty by reason of insanity is? Because people lose their minds suddenly. They didn't believe that they will do it. What will make a man or a woman stab somebody 70 times? What will make somebody you've been helping want to kill you? Because jealousy and envy, some of the devices of the devil are not rocks. They are not solid. They are not molded. They are not formed. They come to visit life, the devil, your situation, your brokenness will just put you in that situation where you think of it. And that is what I want to tell you this morning. You are not honest enough. A lot of us as human beings are devoid of honesty. We do a lot of things in our strength. We're devoid of the total and fullness of our vulnerability. That is why you find somebody that has been honest for ages. You elect them to put in office and they'll become the most corrupt. You have to role play in life. You have to be determined and tell yourself, Elizabeth, no, I will never be, Lord. I don't want to. Outside of I will never, that we see in our strength. I will never kill. I will never cheat. I can never cheat on my husband. I can never use my children for ritual. I can never kill a friend. I can never. You also have to say, Lord, please don't give me the heart. Please take away the thought. Whenever it comes, wherever it may come from, I don't know what circumstances I'm going to find myself. See, I remember when Festus Keyamo, I've said this here before, and I'll say it again. And I'm not a name dropper. If you know half the people that I know in my life, this my scarf will begin to look like Queen Elizabeth's hat. But because I like to maintain my lane, I don't like to live in other people's dirt. I don't want to be people's workshop. I have that much pride to stay in my little pennies that I make, and I'm just praying to God, because when God picks those that will favor you, it will never make you feel small. Most of you are in the wrong places, tolerating nonsense that it has crossed over to endurance, and it is no longer the fact that you have put into it or that you are trying to endure. No, your lack of trust in God and your capabilities is what is making you go through that bad marriage where that man is going to eventually kill you. That bad relationship where the mother and father of that girl have promised you gold or a rich that's going to totally destroy you and useless you for your family, that you will never be able to take care of them. There are a lot of situations in life that we need to just walk away from, but we keep staying there because we are unsure. We are not asking God. We are asking everybody around us. We are assuming what we know is what it should be, but nobody these days is telling God in advance. Working on ourselves every day, seeing stories like this online and using it to be determined and saying to yourself, Lord, I don't like the way that man got killed. And just don't stay there and draw conclusions about old friends, rich friends, poor friends, short friends, tall friends, because you don't know anything. A lot of you think you know a lot, but a lot of you still don't know anything because you are too proud, walking alone, doing things in your strength and thinking that the goodness in your life is your strength. No, it is in partnership with the godliness in you, is what I'm trying to say this morning. So if you never know who's going to kill you. You never know if it is that rich friend and not the poor friend. Because even as much as people have money, they still want more. And if they have the opportunity and get the idea, they will kill you with your money. You never know if it is your son or daughter. It happens here every day. What you know is to keep asking God for protection. And just like you never know who can buy you, you too don't know who the devil will bring that perfect t-shirt, that perfect color, that perfect desire in your heart through somebody that is extremely vulnerable that you think you can just get rid of. So outside of binding the devil and killing him 220 times that he keeps waking up and resurrecting, from other people to you, what are you doing about the state of your mind? Are you vigilant? Festus Keyamo said something one day when we were going. I'm talking about 20 years ago. And that has stuck with me, and I've said it here several times. And sometimes you don't like people, you don't like who they are, you are not even their friends. You could just be on a bus, you could be at work. Wisdom comes to us in different ways. It doesn't have to come from your president, the richest person, a white person, a black person. Understand to be a platform to receive the goodness that God and life brings through the people that you don't know, even if they are ugly. Even if you hate them, your enemies too have lessons to teach. You understand what I'm saying? He said, everybody is a potential murderer. When he said, God forbid, I know myself. And what do you know about yourself? Don't we still surprise ourselves? I surprise myself. Even as of 4-5 days ago, I surprised myself. Everybody knows me as nice and kind, and I keep coming here to share my vulnerable moments because I don't want you to go through it. The wisdom you carry is as much as the love that you have, not just for your life, but for your children, for your lineage, for the inheritance that you've gotten, or the legacy that you're going to leave. Wisdom is heavy. It is very important. I'm 58. My son is 33, going on 34. I've been out of work now for about 15 days. And I did come here, I said, if I come to Houston this time around, I don't want to take a travel assignment. I know people take it and they're doing great things, but I'm in a place in my life where I feel like I'm floating. I don't have friends that if anything happened to me and I can call, they will answer. I know them. But I also have the dignity to realize that if I haven't sown in people's life, I don't have the chance. I don't have the right, the God-given right to try to withdraw. So the pride in me and the dignity of my life won't let me just go and say, help me, I need this or do this. And that was the state of mind that I was in. And you wouldn't believe it. My son came in and just said something, and I blew up. Now, mind you, I only have 2 sons in my life. I buried one. So, you know, I'm very wise and sensible to cherish this last one. He said to me, Mom, crying, I can't believe you called me a motherfucker. I don't use those words lightly. I called my own son that. And he said, if not for God, Mom, I would never forgive you. See how a little thing is about to steal everything that I've worked for in my life. We are over that now. I'm just telling you about how vulnerable we truly are. I can never, oh, she's too wise. Oh no, you put your life on the line for people that you don't know that you met on the internet. You begin to do team pink, team red, team this, team that. No. When you see something that is unpleasant and people have been unjustly treated, when the people we love or like or admire are being victimized, you always have to stay the neutral ground. You know when you will go there and speak your wisdom and when you will pull away, because there are a lot of foolish people that will now turn it into their food. What excites them, they will never let the battle end. I see people that I love, and I see people that love the same people that I love. But it is not the way they fight that I fight for the person that I'm fighting for. I always want the footprints of my life and my mouth to speak wisdom. Because that is the only sure thing that's going to accumulate upon that which I've been building. I'm not going to throw my life away because I like you, I support you, and start to do things the way you do it. Sometimes what you will do to fight back will be too much for me, so I step back. It doesn't mean I don't support you. It doesn't mean I don't love you, but I will not become a thrall for anybody. I'm not going to live in the dirt and the wars and the battles of your life because I'm not on ground to visibly, constantly benefit from the gains that you get. You understand? I'm nobody's collateral damage. I know when to fight and when to pull back, which is what our forefathers call ẹni tó bá mọ̀ọ́jà tó bá sá mọ̀ọ́jà mọ̀ sá. You got to borrow yourself sense. Stop getting, that's why this wars on social media to me are like foolishness. It is true they maltreat people. It is true they're trying to destroy some people. It is true some people have been victimized. Very true. When you go to battle, go with wisdom. Don't use it to spoil your own life, your own brand, the opportunities that can come your way. It is true that you fight the government. It is true that you speak out. It is true. But if all you do is people that can help you will see you as an obsessed fool, because that shows that you don't have the middle line, the moderation, the discipline to just say what you need to say. Leave. Extremists are very difficult. So to what that gentleman said, and I did understand when Ashake was being victimized, since he started making money, he didn't go. No, he didn't abandon his people. He just knew who he could give chances to. Me, as I never get money like this, I know those way if I get money tomorrow, I no go ever see. You know how I pick them out? I know my friends that are unforgiving. I know the ones that have vengeance. I know the ones that are disrespectful. I know the ones that gossip too. And with me, I know certain traits that I already have crossed certain people out of. It doesn't matter if you are the same father with me, you are the same mother with me, you are my son's friend, I see you every day. It doesn't matter if you fed me yesterday or didn't feed me. I will pay back. I can pay you back in absentia. I don't have to be on ground with you. But I know the friends that I will take the chances. It's all chances that I will take the chances to roll with, because I see that you're godly, you're kind. Those are just the likelihood. It's not the sole determinant, because people change. Change is constant. You guys say it all the time. We all know that. One thing in life is change that is constant. So because we're all vulnerable, I don't know who is going to become a murderer tomorrow. And I cannot guarantee who is going to jeopardize your business tomorrow. I can only one more time say, let God be true and every man a liar. Pray constantly. Practice gratitude. Be genuinely kind. Don't be pretentiously kind. Be real forgiving. At such times when jealousy and envy comes, that will give you the idea to kill somebody, to spoil a business, to become the tool of the devil. Those traits that you already carry on the inside is what will come out as light. It will say, no. Get thee behind me, Satan. Why do you think God taught us to do that? If you don't identify Satan and you're already sitting, romanticizing and fantasizing how your friend's money will fit you, how his wife will be nice to sleep with, jealousy and envy are not like rocks. They are not written on our hearts like stones. No, the devil brings them. Can you vigilantly, wisely reject when it brings the one that's your size and catches you unaware? Because if your heart has not been filled with light, you will be open to receive, because it will make a lot of sense to you when it comes. So I'm just begging us once more. Stop assuming that you are strong as you are. Stop assuming that you are as holy as you are. I know you haven't committed fornication. You have held your tongue from speaking evil. Oh no, you haven't stolen. You will never steal. There are a lot of things that you can never do. You are coming correct. You got to work on time. You have the discipline. You want goodness and mercy for everybody. You are kind and you know, and everybody knows, even if they don't, you know how good you are. Are you good in your own strength? Or do you remember to consult with the King of Kings and the Lord of Lords of goodness to constantly make sure that your legs do not go astray, that your heart does not open up the door when the devil knocks? Because God knocks all the time, and the devil too is knocking, is a thief of God's ideas. If you believe that holiness comes in blue, it's going to bring it to you in the most fascinating blue color, because there are different shades of blue: aqua blue, sky blue, baby blue. It's going to bring the one that fits your size. So I'm not worried about who I roll with. I'm worried about me being able to listen to the voice of God when He speaks to me, and I don't fight and dismiss wisdom and say, no, how can, don't tell me about, no, he's been my friend, I've known him for 40 years. Wakam, you will go and get killed with your legs. Oh, no. No, he's rich, so he can't kill me. Wakam, he just might be looking to renew his ritual, and you will be the right sacrificial lamb. I'm saying, do you know when to listen to the voice of God, even if it doesn't make sense to the people around you? Do you know intuition and your spiritual gift? Or do you think that it's just your mind speaking nonsense? And you override it and listen to your uncle, listen to your mother, listen to your auntie. There are certain lessons that we learn that is funny. My first son, David, was born in 1989, okay? I got married in 1988, and we had gone to Port Harcourt to visit my friends, my ex-husband's family. And he has a lot of aunties, his mother's and father's sister. I think they had about 5 or 6 of them, and they were all like way back then. They were all like in their late 60s and 70s. And I was pregnant with the brother Daniel, and I was full, and my husband was a young man. I was 21, he was 24 when we got married, right? So we went and we were going to make rounds to visit the aunties. Now you are going to learn a thing or two from me this morning. I know. Let me tell you this. And every house we went to, they gave us food, they gave us drink, they gave us food. By the time we got to the second or third house, I'm not a big eater. I started complaining to my husband. I said, my stomach hurts, and he kept telling in my ears, you have to eat. Oh, if you don't eat, they will think you don't like them, or they will think we're trying to insult them. Now, what happened to taking away? Why don't they pack it? Must I sit there to eat? So I will force myself and eat. By the time we got to the fourth one, I said, no, I'm going home. We started fighting in the car. I can't do this anymore. And that night was one of the most horrible nights of my life. I was already heavily pregnant because we went home around December. I had Daniel in February. I was 7 months pregnant, and my stomach was aching and hurting. The man that I married couldn't defend me, couldn't stand and say, no, ma, we are coming from somewhere. She has eaten. I help us pack it, we'll take it home. That simple move showed me how weak the man I married was. There are things that will be coming underneath and spoiling your marriages. People who don't matter to you. You do all this nonsense of trying to please other people to displease the person that you are living and waking up with. I had to terminate all the other visitations we could have done, and I didn't care if they thought I was a bad wife, an uncultured child, because I was dying on the inside. The food they were feeding me was competing with the life God gave me. And my ex-husband didn't realize that. He thought I just was trying to be a Lagos girl, be disrespectful, be funky, because when we fought, all he ever told me is, break your wings, you're too proud. Are you assuming that your wife is proud? Are you thinking that certain people around you are too prideful, when in essence they were fighting for the light that you couldn't see? Retrace your steps so you don't know who's going to kill you. Maybe it's that old friend or the new millionaire you just met. Your own duty is to understand how life works. And always go to God to say, as much as I'm stepping out and you're protecting me from the enemies, Lord, protect me from the devices of the devil. Don't let me give in when he brings his ideas, because no, he is not going to live in my heart. I'm a child of God, but he is going to visit and bring me gifts like it took God. It took Jesus to that edge of the world and say, just jump and I will give you things. Turn the stone to bread. Turn is going to bring that throughout the days of our lives. Just your part is to stay connected to your power source, so that when it comes, it can help you identify it, and together with him and how your heart desires, you can come together and overcome that temptation, that jealousy, that envy. Because a lot of people are in jail right now that were once as good as you and I. And they will say to me, Elizabeth, I don't know how I did it. I don't know why I did it. I can't believe that how did I get here? I don't know what happened. I don't know how the devil got to use them. So stop saying what you can do and start connecting to your power source and understanding the vulnerabilities that can come. If you haven't done it, if it hasn't come to you yet, and you think what I'm saying is nonsense, wait. It's looking at you. Life and the devil are making the perfect desire of your heart. And it will come to where you can commit a sin. No wonder God says, forgive 70 times, 7 times. Because even the people that we hold in the highest esteem are going to end up doing what will shock us. We should just thank God that it didn't end in life matters. And learn to love people from the distance instead of going around life carrying so much bitterness and hate and say, what I will never forgive. It can never. I do it too. We can never go to the same place. It is a lie. Give it time. If you're a child of God, your heart will soften because you won't want that to go into a big thing in your life that the devil can identify with. That is why when we forgive for ourselves, not for others. Because I don't want anything that the devil can use to build on, to make me do crazy things in other areas that has nothing to do with what is going on right now. I don't want him to sow a seed that he can connect to. That is why we forgive. Not because we're nice or kind or we're good. No. Has nothing to do with it. Because we're wise and we want to overcome. We're not just survivors. It says we're more than conquerors. You go. Elizabeth Adela Shidi. Ariel. So stop telling me about what you can do. Stop doing performance theater because that's what I call it. The true test will come when you least expect it. Are you ready to work together with God to defeat the feelings that can turn you into a murderer, a thief, a liar, a jealous person? Good morning. God bless you. And goodbye. And share. This is a gift for everybody. We all learn. God drops it in my heart. And I come here to speak. No, I'm not a pastor. And I'm not about to open a church. But I care about you enough to share the journey of my growth. Okay, I love you. Good morning. God bless you. Goodbye.